I started writing a book in 2009. I knew I was really onto something. But when I started doing research to see if anybody else was talking about what I was writing about, it scared me so much what I found. I stopped writing for 3 years. A lot's happened since I started writing this book. A lot of things have fallen in my way as if some force were trying to stop me. Maybe you're familiar with this. You're trying to do something creative in these times, but this was something different, something dark. I think that it is vital for me to share this journey into the darkness and to lead you there with me. I want you to see what I found, but more importantly, I want to show you the solution. I believe that every person needs to understand how thick their mulch be when the hordes descend. I really think that this is a call that I've been drawn to in my lifetime. This is basically a tell-all book. It's going to show you how to survive what's happening. People are going through horrible things lately, and a lot of us are awake. But I haven't seen one reference yet to the very bottom of the rabbit hole. I've only seen reference to the layers just above it. This book exposes what's at the very bottom. In order to survive, we need to confront that very darkest thing. I hope you'll support my project by pre-ordering a copy. It is in its final edit now and will be published soon. Thank you for tuning in and supporting my work. I hope you'll read Zombie Permaculture. Now I want to show you a project that was spontaneous and I did not plan, but as I had mentioned, I think in a previous, if not my last video, I figured something would probably happen usually things happen as I go forward in the work. So I decided to see if there's enough scrap wood left around the property to create a floor under the table, because right now what it has is this janky tile that someone put in. It's impossible for me to get out, and it only goes that far over, so there's just this lower area and it's just like plywood. So I was like, and then of course got out my saw and cut up all these pieces and everything. So I'm going to do a floor, and I was lifting up those floorboards to kind of be close to level. And if you've been watching this at all, you know that I'm not a perfectionist in any way, shape, or form of the word. I actually don't believe in perfectionism. I think it's inherently wrong, which is kind of funny because it's sort of an oxymoron. But so anyway, I refuse to be embarrassed by this because I don't care. But anyway, what I'm wanting to show you is, so these are the little scraps that I'm using to bolster up the floorboards, and you can see that I've cut, and then done the math to get the floorboards to fit, with the saw and all that. But what I thought about was, I have this opportunity. I've been wanting to insulate this part of the floor, but I didn't know how because of the tile. So I saved a bunch of Amazon packaging, and some of the packaging that was delivered for like ice cream, it included this plastic casing around this stuff. And so I saved it because I thought, oh, that'll be useful someday. And I've been wanting to use it and I didn't know what to use it for. And I have a little bit more spray foam, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the mask and all that because it's kind of hot today. So I'm just going to use this. And I think it's going to be perfect. And then when I'm done with that, I can use this bubble wrap stuff that I've been saving as well. So I think that'll be a great use for this stuff. And I'm excited that I'm now going to actually have a floor under my table. All right, so here I have the old flooring flipped upside down and glued with just really thick, nice, sturdy, double-sided tape to the tile, and then the recycled Amazon packing material. I think it's like a wool, and I saw a piece of fabric from like a label or something, so it's multiple times recycled, it looks like. And then I'm going to lay the flooring over that, so that'll be my floor. All right, so I just want to kind of show you what I mean. You can see that this stuff is just very easy to rip. I just didn't even need scissors or an X-Acto knife, and I just pressed it in. So that's going to be serving a great purpose, and I'm feeling so excited about recycling this material because it is valuable, and otherwise it would have just gone in the landfill. And here's the floorboards going in. I know, again, I've said this before, if you're a carpenter or you know a carpenter, you're probably rolling over, like about to die. And if you're a dead carpenter, you're rolling over in your grave. But I just don't care. I think it's awesome. I'm going to have a floor. And, you know, one of these days, maybe I can shellac it or whatever the proper term is to make it even look like, you know, pretty and something. All right, I just wanted to show you kind of what it's looking like with the recycled Amazon packaging insulation, the scrap wood subflooring, and the recycled boards. Okay, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do about the difference in elevation because of this tile and the plywood down below. And what I have here are some panels that were left over. They were used in the RV by the people who owned it before me. And I really, really don't like it, but I can turn it upside down. I will most likely just glue it to the tile, but it's just about right. And then also there's these little pieces that I got off of a weird wall hanging that they had, and that one of them is perfect, just about perfect for that as well. And then, yeah, so then I'll lay the floorboards over that and it'll be really close to even, and I don't care if it's not perfect. It'll be better than if I didn't use these at all. It won't be a step down. It'll be a very almost imperceptible step up. So that's how I'm going to handle that. Thank God for recycled materials.